Hello and welcome to this stream/explanation of Code 350.
Okay,
this is going great. Of Project Haven. I'm Sergio Gil, I'm the co-founder of Code 351. This is
Joana Dimas,
the other co-founder of Code 351, and I've completely lost the script now, so, just bear with me while I, make things work. All right. If you guys have any questions, we're live right now. If you are watching this as a rebroadcast, not the case for those at 7 GMT plus 1. I'm sorry. Feel free to ask any questions on the chat. We'll be reading questions and answering them. Even if you're watching this as a rebroadcast, there'll be a sign somewhere up top that this is rebroadcast. But feel free to leave any questions in the chat as well. We'll answer them all throughout the week. Feel free to join our Discord server. Leave questions in the community forums on Steam. Anywhere you can reach us, it's fine. We'll be there. And yeah, I mean, you're here to see some gameplay, so let's see it, right? So let's start a new campaign here. I'm gonna do hard because I don't wanna lose today. And yeah, so what you're about to see is an alpha demo of Project Haven. The game has been in development for a long time, but it's still not finished. This demo is going to be used more as a way of gathering feedback from you guys. If you like where the game is heading, what we can change, what you like, what you don't like, so we can make this game the best it can be. So yeah, any feedback you guys have for us, thank you very much, and it would be much appreciated. Okay, so we start the game here, and we start with the tutorial, and you actually play as Bubbles on this tutorial. She's the hacker slash coordinator of the group, and you don't usually play as her, but in this tutorial you actually get to play her. So as the game is telling us, we have to move over to Mongrel here, and he's gonna teach Bubbles how to handle herself in a fight in case there is a need. So again, this is a representation of what the tutorial will be. There will actually be like some cutscenes and speech between Mongrel and Bubbles in this tutorial, just so you get to start knowing the characters. And yeah, but right now we just have this basic tutorial just to get you familiar with the mechanics of the game. It's a very complex and intricate game. If you are familiar with games from the 90s, the tactical turn-based genre of the 90s, the original XCOM, Soundstorm, Jagged Alliance 2, and the likes, this is that type of game. It's a game where you have absolute control over your characters. It's not a 2-based game. You have action points. You can spend them doing whatever you want. And yeah, but as you'll see right away, we also have an inventory system. So right now in the table here, these icons represent that there's loot there, and you can even see the pop-up telling us what there is in there. So we got this Booster 22. It's a pistol. It's a very anemic pistol. It's only 22 caliber. So what can you do? But it's what we got. So let's equip it, and yeah, grab a magazine. And now Mongrel wants us to shoot at that target. So as you'll see right away, there's this white line going from my cursor over to the target there. That represents the line of sight that I will have if I move over to that position. So unlike other games, line of sight is completely accurate as in real life here. If there's an object blocking you, you will not be able to shoot at the target. Yeah, so let's move over to somewhere where we have line of sight. Another thing is that your characters will be facing a certain way when they end moving. So you have to turn yourself if necessary. So in this case, I'm just going to look over at this target, and there you go. I'm now facing the target. And now for one of the more unique features of Project Haven is our aiming system. You actually enter this third-person perspective here, and you have full control of your character. You can aim anywhere you want. You can even shoot Mongrel, though I don't advise it. but yeah, so you can aim anywhere forward. So he wants us to shoot at the target, so you know, let's do that. Bam, there you go. We just shot at the target. We got a new pop-up tutorial telling us how to increase our accuracy. So as I mentioned, you actually have full control of your character, and that includes the stance. So you can even, as you can see here, we can go into crouch. We could even go into prone, and that affects the accuracy. So if I actually enter first person here and I crouch, you can see how the aiming reticle there became smaller. That's because when you crouch, you have higher accuracy. Another way to increase your accuracy is to use more action points while you're shooting. So if I scroll up and down, you can see my cursor there, the reticle even, becomes smaller or bigger. You spend more action points. That means you can do less actions in the rest of the turn, but you get a higher chance to hit. So it's all very dynamic, and you can choose where to spend your action points or save them. The action points do carry over. There's a whole system around that with the stamina and all of that, but I'll get to that in a second. So right now we'll crouch. That's what he requested us to do. We'll go ahead, center of mass there, a bit on the edge of the target, but it's all good. We hit, and that's that. Now cover, which is the next part of the tutorial. Cover is the most important thing in this game. You want to be in cover. The AI and other players, if you play in PvP, which our game also has, will not forgive you if you're just laying out in the open. So you want to take cover. Like, as a lot of you will be familiar with, the shield icon indicates that there's a cover. And you may see that there's this slight arrow to the right. That means that when you are in cover here, what you can do is, like, so if I go into aiming mode here, you'll see that I don't have visibility of the target, so that's not very useful. But what that arrow meant is that I can lean out of this cover towards the right. That was the direction that the arrow was pointing towards. So if I do that right now, there you go. Now I have a clean shot at the target. I can shoot it. I could go back into cover, and you can do this with hotkeys as well. And there you go. Very quickly, you get a shot off. You get back into cover. You're safe. It's all good. All right, so we're in cover. We'll just shoot this, and there you go. That's the tutorial. Very basic tutorial, just to get you accustomed to the mechanics of our game. Now, let's go into the first mission.
Alrighty, boys and girls. This is our first proper gig since the breakup. Rex doesn't think we'll make it on our own. And we'll go crawling back to the Iron Dogs with our tails between our legs. Fuck that. We're steel dragons now.
Yes.
We don't crawl for anyone. Especially not Rex fucking Lee. Okay, so our client Gecko is an enforcer fixer that Mongrel knows. He wants us to stop the Brotherhood offing his witness. We've got a rep to build here, so please don't fuck this up. Shit. Looks like Gecko was right to be worried. We've got company. Some of you better stay back to protect the witness.
All right, and there we go. So I think our camera is lagging. I just noticed it on the stream. I think our camera is lagging, but not the chat. So I'll actually just go ahead and remove us from here because we are lagging a lot. So we'll do it like that. All right. And we're gone. Okay, so yes, we are now in our first mission. As you've heard Bubble say, we have to protect this witness here, and we have two mercenaries out here, Scarlet and Fang, and you have two mercenaries inside, and you can't play with them right now. They are covering the witness while these guys dispatch the mobs that came into here. So as you may see already, there's something funny going on here, and it's this red ghost. The red ghosts signify the last known position of your enemy. Right now, I do not have line of sight to him. As you can see, he's probably behind there, and he most likely is, of course, but I don't see him. My mercenaries do not see him. So that represents the last position that I saw him at. And you also see these red lines, which indicate the enemy line of sight. So if I start approaching this, you'll see that a red line comes out of this ghost, which means that if the ghost is still there, or if the enemy is still there at the position that the ghost is in, we will be seen. So what I'm gonna do here right now is I'll actually go into cover there, and there he is. I'll go into cover here. I will crouch, so I could actually shoot like this, but this guy would have line of sight towards me as well. So what I'm gonna do is take a crouch here and shoot at this guy. So when my turn is ended and I really only have action points to shoot and do nothing else, as you can see, it says over here on the bar that I have 8 action points out of 20, and down here you can see that this gun costs 8 action points to shoot. So this is my last action of the turn if I do choose to shoot, which I will. So, you know, let's take a shot here. There you go, 21, that was pretty good. I almost got half his HP. Now Fang is gonna stay there. And with Scarlet, we'll just, let's say, move her
Girl on a mission
behind this truck here. And so this guy is actually close to this car. And one thing that we have in Project Haven, besides grenades, as you can see, I could just toggle the grenade here, is explosive covers, destructible covers. So if I actually throw a grenade next to him, which will do damage to him, we'll actually get an additional bonus, because, as you saw, the whole car went up in flames, and we actually killed him right away, which we wouldn't have done if it was just a grenade, but the extra explosion of the car hit him and damaged him as well. Super useful if you have like a lot of enemies close together next to one of those types of covers. In this case, you know, just because it's cool, I did it. Alright, so we still have 10 action points here with Scarlet. So maybe let's see. So we have only on one more guy. We can't really get a shot. As you may see on my cursor here, you see that there's a weapon icon that shows up. That means that if you move up there, you will not be able to shoot anymore because you will not have enough action points. So and we can even confirm that by seeing that we have 10 action points left. This pistol costs 6 AP to shoot, so anything more than 4 and I would not be able to shoot. And as you can see, when it jumps from 4 to 5, the icon appears. So it's a quick, helpful reminder that, you know, if you move up there, you will not be able to shoot. It's just a wait so you don't have to do a lot of math, you know. Math is hard and no one needs more math. Alright, so I'll actually stay here and end my turn, and let's see what the enemy does. Oh, so he's going for the flank here. Oh, he missed. Too bad. And now you're actually... Oh, so he's actually pretty well covered from Fang here, as you can see, but he's not from Scarlet. So let's see. Do I go for the body shot? I can actually do 2 headshots if I don't kill him. So let's see. There you go. 1 and 2. Easy.
Look out, more incoming.
Okay, we got more guys coming, so...
like moths to the flame.
There we go, nice. Alright, so they just hid, and Scarlet is in a very bad position right now, so I'm actually gonna move her, let's see. Let's move her back here. Oh, there he is. Let's move her back here. And this is not very tall cover. So actually I'll go look at him. I think I can get a shot. So I need... You can actually... If you don't know how many action points you need, you can just over each of the actions. You can see right away. So crouch is 3, prone is 6, you know, reload is 5, weapon is 6, and all that. We have tooltips everywhere. They also tell you the shortcut key to switch between. So R, you know, red is T and grenade is G. So I need 3 action points because I want to crouch after I shoot. So I'll actually go ahead and do like the maximum aim level here, and 4. That was, you know, could have been better. So I'll actually go into cover here. Alright, so now we have Fang. And what we're gonna do with Fang is a bit different here, and let's see if it actually works out for us. Which is, we're going to try and interrupt the enemy during his turn. So if I stand up here with Fang, I have... If that guy moves, that's behind the dumpster there. If that guy moves, I have a good shot at him. But right now, I can't really get to him and shoot him, right? So what I can do is set up an interrupt, which is this cone that you can aim. So what this means is, if during the enemy turn he moves into these blue areas, and the dashed blue areas mean that if he moves while he's standing, or in other words, if he's crouched, I'm not going to be able to see him here. So if he moves into these blue areas, I will interrupt his turn and be able to get a shot off while his turn is ongoing. So if you are familiar with the Overwatch mechanic in a lot of turn-based games, it's similar, but you'll see a key difference in a second, if the interrupt does happen. Oh, there you go.
Surprise, motherfucker!
So he stood up, and there you go. Right away, I entered the interrupt. So he cannot do anything right now, and I'm in full control of my character, and I can shoot at him. And as you can see, unlike the Overwatch mechanic, it's not automatic. I have full control of what I do. I can spend as many action points as I want to shoot. I could lean into cover again, although I'm not in cover right now, but I could lean into cover after shooting. So again, a lot of tactical freedom in these interrupts. All right, let's take a shot at this guy. Oh, that was really good. Nice. So I'm completely out of action points. I have 0, as you can see there. So let's just press spacebar to end the interrupt and see what the AI does. Oh, he's going for a flank here. The AI is very flank happy. So what I'm gonna do is actually, you know, get back at him, and I'm gonna actually set up an interrupt here, because he has to lean out if he wants to shoot us, right? So, you know, as soon as he leans out, Scarlet will be here ready to shoot him. Can I don't really have a good line of sight. It's not a good shot, so I'm gonna reposition a little bit, and I'm going to cover here. And there you go, this is pretty good. So I'll actually go, let's see. I probably want to move back a little bit, because he'll have just as good a shot at me as I have of him, right? I mean, I'm not very well covered here. So I'll leave 1 action point. Oh, so close. 4 AP, but I'm gonna actually play it safe, and I'm gonna move back a little bit. I won't see where he goes, but you know, at least I'm safe. Alright, let's skip a turn here, or end our turn even. There we go.
You should have known better, sweetie.
Exactly, Scarlet. He should have known better. He went to flank us, but we were ready, right? And if I wasn't ready, right now I would be eating a whole lot of lead. But you know, since we prepared ourselves, we shall. So this is a difficult one. I could go for 2 body shots, or I could try the headshot. Ooh, alright, we'll try a headshot just because we're feeling lucky. There we go, 1. Alright, and right now I want to leave 1 action point because I want to get back into cover. Scarlet is, you know, pretty exposed here, even though she's leaning out, and he has a pretty mean gun. So I definitely don't want to stay out here in the open. So I'll just, oh, look at that! I hit him in the gun and I disarmed him. So what this means is that next turn he has to spend the extra action points to pick up the gun, ready it, and then shoot. So that's a massive AP loss. Although I didn't do much damage, I actually made him have to spend a lot of action points on his turn. So he's not going to be able to do much on his turn. But I'll still play it safe and get back into cover here.
So I have a question.
Yes?
From the audience.
Okay.
Do headshots do more damage than the body shots?
Yes, that's a good question. Yes, we do have a positional damage system. So actually, I'll explain what happened here in a second. But if I aim, let me see. Can I see anyone? All right, I'm gonna play it risky here. This guy's probably interrupting me. The AI will also interrupt you, so you have to pay attention to that. So right now, this dude might be overwatching me here. And if I lean out, I may get a lot of lead in my face, but let's see. Ooh, he wasn't. He probably didn't have enough points because he's in really bad shape. So, as I was saying, positional damage. Since we have this cool aiming system, you definitely can hit him in different body parts, and he has different effects. So if I aim at his legs there, he's gonna be extremely crippled in the movement. So it's gonna cost him a lot of action points to move. So you have like a guy that is a runner, an enemy that is a runner, and you know, he just keeps trying to flank you and all that. Just clip him in the legs and that's it. That's him done. He's not gonna be able to move that much. If you aim for the arms, it's gonna have really bad accuracy. For the chest, there's extra chance to bleed if you hit the chest, and for the head, you get extra damage. So this guy has 4 health points left, so I mean, it doesn't even matter. I'm just gonna do it like that, and there you go.
Shot.
He's in a pool of his own blood. Alright, so what happened here? What happened here was that Indigo heard someone come from this back alley here and moved up here. And now we have control over Indigo and Alton, which were locked earlier in the mission. So what I can do is vault over this window, and as you can see, there's like a little arrow indicating that there's a vault available. And if you mouse over, if you just, you know, put your cursor around in the map, you can see all the vaulting places, like this concrete block here, these and all that. So it's an easy way to see where the vaulting spots are. And as you can also see, the white lines indicate that I will have line of sight towards them, so I will have line of sight towards this guy, if he's still there, because it's a ghost. So I'll just actually go, you know, I'll go over here. Seems like a good place, and there he is. And you know, here we are with Indigo, and she has a sniper. As you can see, it's a super accurate gun. It costs a lot of action points to shoot, but you know, you get what you pay for, essentially. And right now we have this guy super close to us, and you have that guy over there, which you still have a really good shot of hitting him, and I might actually be able to kill him. Let's see, what can we play? What play can we do here? So I'll actually before I play with Indigo, I'm gonna see if I can kill this guy. So if I go over to this cover, 6 AP, I'll have 12 left, and you can see this blue blue number here that indicates how many action points you'll have left after the movement that you are doing right now. So as you can see, it, you know, it shows. So I know that my pistol is 6 AP to shoot. So if I go here, I have 12. That's 2 shots. I think that's pretty good. So I'm gonna go in here. I'll actually go into cover there.
Staying low.
And you know, let's see what we can do here. So I can only do 2 unaimed shots on 1 really good aim, but I'll try 2 unaimed. There you go, 1, and easy, that's 2. And I may have killed some civilian in that building over there, I'm sorry.
I have another question.
Sure, bring it.
Alistair said there was a very cool animation there for this arm. Are we going to see more animations like that in other shots?
Yes, absolutely.
Body?
Exactly, yes you will. And I may not be so lucky here, but we may get one here. No, we didn't get it. But yes, you do get other action shots, we call them. You know, like the disarm shot, you get like this nasty long range headshot. You also get one of those cameras. You know, if you do some sick movement, you also get a couple of cameras. So, you know, definitely very dynamic, the whole gameplay, and we try and highlight all the cool things that you're doing. Alright, so what's left here? We have Fang that doesn't have a lot of action points left. So I may actually just put him into cover here.
Stay out of my way.
And we still have Alton. We haven't played with Alton yet. So, okay, let's actually sprint here, which is something that I haven't talked about yet. So you have several movement types, as you've seen. We have crouch, we have prone, we have, you know, standing. And then when you're standing, you have extra movement types. You have sprint, which costs less action points to move to some place, but it costs you more stamina, and I'll explain stamina in just a second. But more importantly, what it also does, as you can see in the tooltip here, actually it doesn't say because I'm not ready. If I ready my weapon, it says the equipped weapon will become not ready. And ready weapon, let me just sprint here to take the ready off. As you can see, his weapon is like lowered, and that means your weapon is not ready. In this stance, you will have to spend extra action points to do your first shot, or until you ready your weapon, which is done by just clicking this button here. So this means that if I do sprint and my weapon was already ready, you will have to spend extra action points to shoot. Since in this case I was not ready already, you know, and I don't mind making noise, which is another thing that sprint does. It does a lot of noise, and you will alert enemies around you to where your position is. That's the trade-offs that you get basically with sprinting and walking and all that. So I'll not be able to shoot with Alton, as you can see with the icon there, but we'll still go into cover here, and you know, get in a better position. I'll actually ready my weapon. You know, if I move close a little bit here, when I click ready weapon, you can see that it brings up his weapon into a ready stance, and now I no longer have the extra additional cost to fire my weapon the first turn, but I did spend a few action points to do that. Okay, so enter. See what this guy does. Oh, he's running! No, he's trying to run! Come on, man. That's not cool.
How many times do we have to win before it makes a difference?
Haven City is a tough city, I'll tell you that. So we also have this mission feedback. I'll not fill it in here because it's definitely very fun. It's definitely too easy for me, and it was extremely clear. But guys, if you do play the demo, and I hope you do, we'd really appreciate any and all feedback that you have. If whether it's positive or negative, or you just want to, you know, curse at us, whatever you want, please let us know. You have this box here, you can type whatever you want. Just let us know what you think of the game, and yeah, we're available throughout Discord, social media, Steam. We appreciate any and all feedback that you guys can give us. All right, I'll skip that for now.
I've let Gecko know that the job's done, and he's as happy as a roach in Ricky's ramen special.
And there I was thinking of heading down to Ricky's for a snack.
Then you should probably thank Bubbles for saving your life.
Speaking of roaches, by tomorrow night, Alexei Romanov will be sentenced and bagged for organic recycling.
Gonna be happening to a nicer chap.
Yup. Proper cold-arsed killer, that one. Good as new. Thanks, Patches.
Anytime.
Oh, neat. Gecko's just dropped our payment into the operations wallet. Sorry, boss, but can't say I'm all that thrilled to be playing deputy doormat for the enforcers.
Only offer we've had since leaving the Iron Dogs, Bubbles. Beggars can't be choosers.
Doesn't mean I have to like it. I think you're both going to like this, though.
What? Daisy? I wonder what the drama queen's got in mind for us.
Either it's tickets to her one-woman show, or another opportunity to risk our lives for cash.
Monologues versus machine guns? I'll take the guns, thanks.
So, as you saw here, Project Haven also features a lot of cinematic elements and story elements. The game is very story driven. You will get to know your characters in depth. All of them have their own personalities. All of them will have something to say while they're in the mission. They exchange banter between each other while in the missions. And additionally, as a little look into their personalities, when you're in the base, you can actually click them.
Need a bit of focus.
And
No.
see what they have to say.
I'm gonna get tanked after this.
Okay, fine. That's good. You know, you exercise your legs and then you get tanked. That seems like a good... Do you have anything else to say?
Huh?
I guess not. All right. Fair enough. So I'll let the rest... I'll let you play and see the rest for yourselves. But you can click all the other mercenaries in the base here and see what they have to say. But it adds a little flavor and you get to know your characters intimately. These are not generic mercenaries. They have their own personalities and wants and needs. And yeah, you'll be able to see that throughout the storyline. So yeah, I think we have some questions from the audience.
Yes, one of them you actually already answered it, but it has a little bit more follow-up questions.
Okay.
There is there meta features like base building, researching unlocks?
So we don't have as an intricate of a base building mechanic, although we do have an HQ, as you can see here, as a base management game, you know, even like XCOM or Phoenix Point or stuff like that. But we do have some changes that will be going on throughout the campaign, and upgrades that you can do that help your life in the field. You're not going to be able to build additional rooms here, but you may get a little extra stuff here and there to, you know, fill out the whole base. And any other question?
The other one was, let me see. Do you consider giving a shooter an AP bonus for shooting an unaware opponent?
Oh, that's a good one. Yes, Yes, and I will get to that in just a second. All right, so I see another question here from Jagged Gaming. Do you want to read it?
Will there be an opening cinematic that better explains the world situation at the time the game starts?
Yes, we will have an intro where we will explain the world and tell you what's going on, who the Steel Dragons are, and all that. But yes, we have not spoken too much about the storyline yet, but definitely stay tuned because that's coming very shortly.
Yep. Any plans also in post-launch content?
Yes, so we are a very, very small development team. The actual company is just the two of us. We are working with a level designer and a writer to help us out. I think Jason is actually in the chat here, I believe, and he's done a banging job with our level design. But we are a very small studio, regardless. And unfortunately, we do not have the capability to implement everything that we want in the game. Otherwise, you guys would never see this game come out. But we definitely, there's stuff, if the game does well, there's definitely a lot of stuff that we want to implement in the game, and we want to expand this world that we think is really good and has really a strong story to tell. So definitely, if the game does well, we'll definitely be updating it with post-launch content, free and otherwise, and yeah, but first, the game. Alright, so I'll actually go into the missions here, as you may have heard, if you remember, because it's been like 5 minutes ago. Daisy sent us a message, and Daisy is a contact that the Steel Dragons have from the old times, and she wants to meet with us at her bar. Let's see what she has to say.
Excellent. I assume this means you're at my disposal. I've heard promising things about the Steel Dragons. I very much look forward to seeing if these promises can be kept. And you could start by solving a small problem of mine. The Brotherhood has encroached on territory that is rather personal to me. My home neighborhood, the Cinder Block. Their extortionists are working over my family and old friends, and I won't have it. Yet, the situation must be handled delicately if we are to evade unfortunate repercussions. The extortionists must be isolated and eliminated quietly. In their place, my friends shall supply evidence of a certain Cinder Crusader, a fictional vigilante of my own invention. Let's distract them with an enticing subplot, so that they never know the Steel Dragons play the starring role.
Alright, so if any of you paid any attention to that, what she was saying, she has, she was born and raised in this district called Cinderblock, and the Brotherhood are extorting the people of Cinderblock. So she wants us to go in there and stop them from doing that. Just recapping, because I'm sure you guys didn't hear any of that. Alright, so let's return to the HQ here.
And actually,
yes,
let me just ask one more question.
Sure.
Will there be... No, that's not the question. Where is it? Well, it was regarding weapon modifications.
Oh, right, yes. We will get to that in just a minute as well. Alright, so actually we'll get into that right now, why not? So now we have to prepare our team to go out in the field and do the mission that Daisy just gave us. So, as you can see, we now have a market available here. And let's take a peek at what's in here. So, as you can see already, there is a lot of weaponry available to you, and the full game will have a lot more than this. We are planning on having dozens of weapons available, and you will be able to mod the weapons. You have different ammo types which are already implemented. As you can see here, we have this trickly balanced case or box of 12 gauge buckshot, but we also have 12 gauge slugs. And as you can see over there on the right, it says that the buckshot does less damage, but does not affect the penetration, while the slugs do more damage and they are more accurate, which is actually not represented there, unfortunately, but they don't really go through anything. And the same with other weapons like 5.56 and 5.56 armor piercing. Again, less damage, more penetration. You have mods here with a vertical foregrip, a reflex sight, grenades, explosives, bandages, first aid kits. You know, you have a whole slew of items that you can pick from to equip your mercenaries and you know, do the best you can in the mission. But instead of buying here, what we're gonna do is go into the loadout screen, and that's done by going to the missions, selecting the mission, and here we go. Now we are in our loadout screen where you can equip, and more importantly, you can also choose your mercenaries. You don't only have these 4 available. In the demo, you actually have a 5th available, patches. But as you can see here, there's also an extra 3 here, and these will be the 8 in total available at the start of the game for you to choose. You will be recruiting more along the way throughout the campaign, but that's for a later date. Alright, so right now what we're gonna do is, yeah, we're gonna play Scarlet, why not? And as you can see also, we have a level up here. So our system works as an RPG system. You have, if I click one character here, we have this RPG leveling system. So you have your attributes, your agility, constitution, strength, marksman, technical, and wisdom. And if you hover over them, you can see what each one of them does. Agility gives you action points, constitution gives you health, and so on. And then you have your skills. And each of these skills, these 20-something skills, has its own skill tree. So as I go through here, you can see that a lot of them are unavailable because this is an alpha demo still, but as you can see, some of them already have skills available. And this is where you will do the customization of your characters. This is how you differentiate your characters from each other. Not only do you have the attributes, but you also have the skills. And each skill is tied to a specific attribute. So for instance, I'm with Scarlet here, and she has 1 in small arms and has 1 in marksman. I cannot increase my small arms anymore because it is capped by my marksman. Same with melee and strength, endurance and constitution, and all the ones that are below each one of the attributes. So it's a very flexible system. You can have this weird combo of skills in your character and play as you want. The game does not lock you into a specific playstyle. You can play as stealthily as you want. You can play as aggressive as you want, with just tanks up front, with a lot of snipers out the back. You can have a recon guy with a lot of agility and maybe a bit of stealth. You know, you have like skills like willpower, which grant you suppression reduction and grant you like extra knowledge into the battlefield through other skills. A lot of these currently are passive skills, like for instance reduce the chance of suppression, but we also have more we do have this one here, for instance, in Fang, and I can show you if I go into Fang. If I go into melee, Fang has this active skill, which is breach, and as it says there, allows you to breach simple doors without the use of any tools. He simply kicks the door down, and that's it, that door is gone. So besides the passive skills like increasing melee damage by 3, you also have, you know, active skills like breach. We also have hacking here, which allows you to use basic hacking tools, and then it goes into extended hacking knowledge, allowing you to, for instance, control cameras or disable certain kinds of traps that the enemy has for you. But yeah, so definitely not only just like small percentages, a lot of active skills as well that will change the way you play and not just modify your character slightly. Alright, so let's actually level them up.
But the audience is asking, but can you change the cybernetics, the body parts? Like Fang?
Not at the moment. Unfortunately, character customization is something that we do not currently have planned for the release. It's something that we would absolutely love to do post-release, but we just simply do not have the capacity to create customizable characters as it stands. If the game does well again, we definitely want to keep supporting the game. We have a lot of content, a lot of story to tell, but unfortunately, that is currently not planned.
His arms are story related.
Yes, his arms are actually story related, and you will learn that story throughout the game. We will not spoil it here for you. Alright, so I was leveling up here. I have Fang. So I think, you know, Fang is our typical tank. He has like a constitution strength build. So, you know, I think I'll give him 1 more point of constitution here. And maybe give him a little bit of chance, reduced chance to bleed. Oh, something I forgot to mention actually. Another thing that the characters have, although it's not currently implemented in the demo, is unique skills. Each one of these characters will have their own unique skill that is different from the rest of all the skills. I think you may guess what Fang's skill has something to do with due to his differences from the rest of the group. But nevertheless, each character will have something unique to him and only him that we'll have in the game. Cool.
Can you use willpower to deflect Daisy's charms?
Oh, I'm not sure if willpower goes far high. I think you need like 20 skill levels to reflect that. So I'm sorry, you're stuck with that. All right. So I was leveling up. Let me see Scarlet here. Scarlet has... So Scarlet is our explosive technician. She's like currently hacker and explosives. We'll actually give her 1 more point in hacking so I can show you something further down the line. Let's go with 1 agility as well. And I'll just quickly, you know, rank this up for the rest of the team here so we actually do something. You know, just give the points there. Let's give him that and let's give him that.
So meanwhile, is armor same against attacks from any direction?
Direction, yes. Location, no. So what I mean by that is that if you are hit from the back in the chest or the front, you will be armored. If you are hit in the arms, legs or head, the armor will not do anything. We currently don't have it, but we'll also have a helmet armor here, so you can protect your noggin. But leg shots are not protected by a plate carrier, and you know, arms are also not protected by this specific plate carrier. There will be other armors, and there may or may not be a full body armor. We shall see. So another thing that we could do is also change our loadout here a little bit. So as you can see, Scarlet here has this lowly booster 22, so I think we can give her something a little bit better, right? So let's actually give her a primary weapon. So to do that, we just click the primary weapon there. We are currently in our base HQ stash, which we don't really have anything right now. But we can go into the market and choose one of the weapons from the market. You also have the market on the other screen that I showed you previously, but this one is it's pretty useful as well. So let's actually get this MMPL, and you can see all the stats here: the AP cost, the damage, spread, range, and all that. What weapon it takes, what magazine it takes, which is also something very important. And a little bit of a description, a flavor text there. But let's get this 9mm SMG. So that's it, that's equipped. And a quick helper here is you can see that we got this warning icon here, and it means that there's no extra magazines equipped for this weapon. So down here in our magazine slots, we only have 22 pistol magazines, which are for our booster here. But I actually don't even want to take the booster because it's that bad. And I want to go and buy some 9mm SMG magazines, which is what this weapon takes, as you can see here, 9mm SMG. And it also says over here on the right. So let's buy 1 more of those, 9mm SMG, buy, there we go, that's good. I know that's much better. Now we have a proper weapon for Scarlet here. Okay, I think, oh, I spent my grenade as well, so I need to replenish that. So I'll go ahead and pick up another grenade here and equip it, there we go. And now we have a frag grenade. She doesn't need armor, she's gonna stay a bit in the back. Fang is the one that usually goes up front, so let's start our next mission, shall we? Oh, I forgot to talk about modding, I'm sorry. I will I'll show you in a minute.
These extortionist scumbags are gathering in 2 main groups, but sweep the area too, in case of stragglers. Oh, and do it all sweet and silent.
Buy all the grenades.
Don't want these fuckers calling in a shitstorm on our heads.
Feels
all
like
right,
the city's full of shit, and
I'll
we're
just
the only ones with shovels.
Okay, thank you, Indigo. So I'll just recap what we're doing here. As you heard Daisy say previously, Daisy wants us to clean this neighborhood of Brotherhood goons that are extorting the peaceful civilians and merchants of the district. So we have started over here in this little back alley, and we have to make our way over to the two objectives. One over on this store here, H Mart, and one in this market, this plaza here, which is probably being extorted too. So here we go. Let's move up. And one thing that you may notice right now is that it says free mode up here, which means that I'm actually in this real-time mode, and I can even move multiple at the same time. Oh, and I just spotted an enemy there, so I'll actually quickly step back a little bit. And as you may have seen, because I actually saw an enemy, it went into turn-based mode, and now I can no longer move several at the same time. But when you don't have enemies near you, you can move freely without having to spend action points, and you can quickly move and reposition your team, you know, so you don't have to worry too much about managing your AP while you're in a
close. It'd be a shame to waste
free
a bullet.
mode.
Take them down the old-fashioned way.
The old-fashioned way, you say, Bubbles. So what this is teaching us here is melee and sneaking and how stealth works. So as you may see, this guy right now is just standing over there, is pointing his pistol at what seemingly is an empty space, but as you can see, if I try and approach him, there's this red line and this little audio icon. This means that if I approach him right now, he's gonna hear me, which means, as you may have seen in the tutorial there, I need to either sneak, and if I toggle sneak here, you can see that there's no longer an icon, or I can use crouch, which does the same effect, and approach him. So I'll actually use sneak here and get very quietly, and there you go, he's pointing his pistol over at the civilian there. Get behind him while he's busy extorting that civilian, and just right click him and
like
boom.
my mom used to say, if you want someone to shut up, punch them in the throat.
So as you can see, what happened was, because the enemy was not aware of our presence, I was able to do a takedown on him and disable him with a single melee attack. This makes stealth a very powerful tool, not only to get rid of some enemies, but to scout ahead and you know, see where you're going. Alright, so we're back into free mode as I mentioned before. There's no enemies that we know of, so we're back into free mode, and you can pick our whole team here and just you know,
antidote to thinking.
one at a time, guys, come on. There you go, Indigo first. There you go. And now Fang, because he's the big boy of the team. And alright, so we're in the good position here. As you can see, I can quickly move them all, not have to worry about action points. So okay, so our objective is here, and we seem to have a stairs here and a door there, so that seems good. So if you go over to this place,
don't let that asshole see you. Find another way up there.
alright, so actually we have this dude that is covering these stairs here though, so this seems like a bad way to go up if we want to remain stealthy, which is an optional objective of this mission. Daisy asked us to try and be quiet about it. We'll do what we can, but you know, there's no way we can go through these stairs without him seeing it, so we have to figure out another way. And as you can see, I can't actually even go down these stairs because he's gonna see me. You can even see the icon there. So we actually have another way down here, and this seems like it's the way to go. So let's just move down there with Scarlet. And let's move down with the rest of the team. And since we are aware of an enemy right now, we are undetected, as you can see up there. It's all good, they don't know where we are here. But we are in turn-based mode until we completely lose sight of him and end our turn. So our whole team is up here, so I'm pretty much out of action points with everyone except Indigo, so she'll just go into cover here. And I'll end my turn, and we're not seeing anyone, so back to free mode. If I move here where I see him, I'll go back into turn-based mode. But as you could see here with Indigo select, there's actually another way in here. So let's explore that. And there's something going on here. All right, that's good music. All right, let's go in cover because we never know what's gonna happen. Let's have Scarlet move up there.
Staying low.
This looks good. So there don't seem to be any enemies here. So let's
stay out of my way.
I think Fang wants to go in, but it seems to be locked. So
Closed.
it's closed. It's a shame. All right.
Shielding my ugly mug.
So let's have Fang scout up ahead a little bit. And this seems to be pretty clear, so I'll actually go ahead, select all my enemies and not enemies, sorry, all my mercenaries and move up a little bit. And Scarlet is still on sneaking, so we don't need to do this.
So, someone is asking, is there a way to add squad movement formations?
Not currently, but they will move in the formation instead of moving like, you know,
forward is the only way.
A pack of something. I'm not sure what. But yes, you'll be able to move them in a better formation than what is going on right now. But during turn-based, you cannot move them all at the same time, so the formation will only work while you're in this free mode. So, okay, so it seems like we are in this, as you can see, we are in this garage here, I guess. This is workshop, and we can seem to be able to go up here. And we also have a door here, and a couple of vaults here to approach through the back. So let's split up, gang. So I actually bring Scarlet and Fang over here, and Indigo and Alton, they'll go outside. So Alton can go into cover here. We can open this door. There we go. Hopefully there's no one here. Just quickly scout ahead a little bit.
Moving is a good antidote to thinking.
Alton up here. We can go up these and so this. Oh, there's a civilian there. All right, so I'll actually go ahead and take every. Oh, all right, I just saw someone. Okay, so there's a dude up there that's got a shotgun to the face of that civilian. Poor guy. All right, let's go into cover here while we reposition. I think no one does. Indigo. I'll keep Alton here, and let's move up with these guys as well. Oh, a couple more guys. So we now see 3 besides the dude outside. So we need to play carefully here because we're gonna try and get and stay undetected. So as you can see, if I go through here, this dude will hear me. This guy's got its back turned to us, so maybe if we just quickly sneak up here. And let's bring Fang up here as well. And maybe
my ugly mug.
We can stay there, so we don't have too many action points there. I'll actually have Indigo. All right, let's. I don't want to cause a ruckus yet. So let's see. Can you actually go up there? So let's actually do sneak and try and move close to the door, because there was a dude right behind this door, right? There you go. All right. So, okay. Seems like we're in a good position to try and attack this and take them out quickly. It's our turn. Nothing seems to have happened, so let's see. Let's open this door. Let's take a peek inside. Alright, still there, so I'll just go ahead and see if I can take him down quickly. There we go. Right, we're still undetected, so we're still good, and I can actually go into his loot and see if he has anything good. Couple of pistol and 9mm. I'm not gonna worry with that right now. We do have this dude that we need to worry about, so I'll actually have Scarlet move back. And let's see what we can do here. You'll also notice there's the stairs here, so maybe if we get Indigo and get her to use that ladder. Oh, that dude moved. Okay, I think we're still good.
Beats standing still.
Alright, so we have a skylight here, and we actually have probably a very good shot if we take Indigo up there. Let's just move up there. We don't really have too many action points, so I'm just gonna hold here. I might move Fang a little bit
Stay out of my way.
And I think we're good here. All right. we don't have too many action points left, so let's just... Oh, we're in free mode because we didn't see anyone. So let's actually scout a little bit with Indigo here. She may have... There you go. Alright, so these two dudes are still there, and I have a really good vantage point here with Indigo. I can shoot at this guy right away. But this dude here, I may have a shot at him here. I'm gonna get seen by that guy, but I think I can get him with Fang right away after. So yeah, let's try that. Let's see. So let's go ahead and open this door. And ooh, I'm gonna get spotted here. So I actually crouch so I don't get seen. There you go. I'm not gonna get seen now. I will be seen here, but again, as I said, I think that's okay because I can take this guy out right after I kill this one with Indigo and Fang. And maybe we even... Yeah, maybe with Scarlet as well. Yeah, I think we can get all three guys on this dude and get him out right away. So let's take this dude out.
You made me forget.
Oh no! So that dude was ready for me. But I did get this guy. Alright, Alton took a bit of damage there, but we're still good. Alright, so now we need to kill him, because he's alerted. As you see, he got an exclamation point. And if I end this turn now, I'm gonna lose my stealth objective. I need to kill them in this turn. So let's see what we can do here. So I'm gonna do a really aimed shot. Very nice. Let's move Fang up a little bit. Oh, I gotta stand up. There you go. And oh, the civilian is in the way. Let's hope I don't kill him. There we go. Awesome. We got him. Free mode. So we're safe. Alright. Let's
Okay.
So
bleeding more than is cool right now.
Does shooting through glass change bullet path?
It does not change bullet path, but it changes the damage. So actually, let me, before I answer that, let me just quickly patch Alton here, because he took 2 shots to the face, and I really need to heal him. Oh, I think we're okay, because we're in turn-based mode now. So, as I was saying, it does not change the path of the bullet, but it changes the damage. All materials can, to some extent, be penetrable. So, like, I could shoot through these, through all of these materials here, but the bullet damage will be severely dampened when it gets throughout the other side. So, if I know there's someone, say, behind this door, I could shoot through the door if the door is not, like, you know, reinforced metal or something like that, and, you know, get him, or behind tarps, which, you know, don't diminish the damage at all because it's just a tarp, right? So yeah, they don't change the trajectory of the bullets, but they do change the characteristics of them, like the damage and velocity and penetration and all that.
And another question. So if we have stealth mode, then we must have weapons with silencer attachment.
Absolutely, yes. Silencers will be present in the game. You cannot buy them right now, but yes, as you can imagine, that will reduce the sound that the weapons make you more stealthy and all that. Absolutely, at the expense of some other stats that you lose by having the silencer, or by just not having another attachment, right? Instead of having like a muzzle brake to increase your recoil control, you have a silencer that does not increase your recoil control but decreases the sound level of the weapon. So, you know, it's all about trade-offs in the game. There's no one specific weapon mod that is best. It all depends on how you want to play and what you are trying to do.
And just another question which has a quick answer. Will there be time-limited missions?
Not in the vein of XCOM, where they are limited just because, but as you will see actually in the next mission, there is a time limit, but for the specific reason and for the specific purpose, and we'll get to that if you just stick around. We'll show you that in a minute and what I mean. All right, let's actually dispatch this guy real quick here. I can actually just go all the way there and take him out while in sneak. And there we go. We're back in free mode. As you may have seen, our objective is now 1 out of 2, which means we just saved this civilian. Although he's still afraid of us because we have guns pointing at him.
Okay,
poor guy.
bleeding more than is cool.
Oh yeah, and Alton is damaged. So Indigo here as a first aid kit, which I equipped. I can actually go ahead and just heal Alton.
Stay put.
Ouch.
There you go. Oh, that hurt him, it seems. Poor baby. Alright. So let's proceed over to our next objective, shall we?
And meanwhile, this is a good question. Will there be like boss enemies that have extraordinary power at certain points in the game?
Alright. World premiere here, just because you asked that, and the answer is yes, there will be. Stay tuned. In the next few months we will be showing more of that, and yeah. Yes, that is the answer for now.
You need to pick up Alton's weapon.
I do. Thank you for reminding me. Yes, he did drop his weapon when he got shot twice in the face with a shotgun, so let's just do that before we make a fool of ourselves. Alright, so let's we're in free mode, so let's move our team over to the next objective. This seems to be clear here. So let's think about this, okay? So we don't know where the enemies are in this plaza here. So let's see what options we have. Well, we can already clearly see that there's a huge vantage point here, which is clearly a sniping spot. So it seems like the path is this way, and then we go up this way, and then we are there. So that's actually a good place to bring Indigo towards.
Forward is the only way.
And it looks like we could go inside this window, but I'll actually go through this way. So I'll actually just move her here and just have her hold while we move the rest of the team.
Gentle stroll in our beautiful city.
So there's also this window here, which seems to be a pretty good vantage point as well. So I may bring Alton in here. There you go. Just have him cover there.
Entrance.
And then we have this building with a good path in here, and then there's also a window there, so which definitely comes from this building here, which also gives another vantage point here. So I think I'm gonna try and cover all these vantage points here, and I'll just have Fang
making a move.
Take the lead here, and oh, there you go. So
balls in my sights.
Alright, so here we go. We spotted one guy, and he's a very good vantage point as well. But he doesn't seem to see us here, as you can see. He will only see me if yeah, he'll only see me if I go through here, but there's no way I can go down these stairs or into this path here without being seen, so I'll just actually just
shielding my ugly mug.
Hold here while I bring the rest of the team
quiet as a cat.
Up to speed. Right. That seems to be it, so I'll actually go with Indigo up here
still.
And hold as well, and I'll move up with Alton as well. Let's actually put him into cover here, why not? Alright, let's proceed. So we're back in free mode again because we're not seeing anyone, so there's no point in being in turn-based mode because there's not going to be any combat until I see someone. So I'll and there's one other guy. So now we see two. Seems to be good. I'll bring Scarlet over to this vantage point. Oh, and there's an enemy there already, so let's play it safe and hold here while we move up with the rest of the team. So so I'll get spotted if I go into this window. You can see it right away. That guy is gonna see me, so that's a no-go. But I can go this way and see if I have any other. It's like I don't see anyone else, so I'll just go out this window and just hold here as well. I'll bring Indigo up. No one will see me here, so I'll actually go into cover. It's a tarp, but
I like not getting shot.
They don't see me, and I'll just lean out to get a better look.
Pawns are so predictable.
Okay, and we see another guy now. Alright, so that's where we are right now. Let's just replenish our action points here and see what happens. Alright, so that dude is moving. Okay, so that dude is going around, so we have to be careful. So let's see what's our play here. So actually there appears to be a way here. I can jump here and go in here. And yeah, so this is the path. So this looks like a good path for me to get rid of this guy. And it's pretty secluded, right? So it seems like my best shot is to go in there first and try and get rid of that guy, because he has a really good line of sight towards the whole area. So let's see what we can do here. Let's bring Alton up. We're not going to be able to do this in a single turn, but we'll make plans to... so if I probably don't want to go down right there because I'll be exposed towards that guy, and if he moves, I might get seen. So I'll just hold here a little longer, and then Fang will actually be able to push forward a little bit once that guy is taken care of. Because as you see, the red arrow, I'm gonna get seen if I move with Fang. So let's continue. So that dude continues his movement. All right, so we need to be careful. We don't know where he's going, but all right. So I have Alton here. Let's bring him a bit closer.
Moving is a good antidote to thinking.
Alright, so I need to be careful now. I'm gonna engage sneak. Oh, actually this is a good way to show you. So if I sneak here, I don't get any warnings. But if I sprint, you can see right away that dude is gonna hear me right away if I go there. So as you can see, that's how you can like walking. I don't get hurt, just barely right here. But with sprint, I mean, he hears me all the way back here. I make a lot of noise when I'm sprinting. So these are the choices that you have to make when you're playing. You know, you may need to maneuver quickly, but you need to be careful because you may alert everyone right away and then get into a battle without being in a good position from the start. And you want to take advantage of your positioning before you engage into any fights. All right, so let's move. So that dude keeps moving. All right, so now I think I can get this guy. No one is gonna see me, so I can get this guy now. That dude doesn't see me, but boom, there we go. All right, we cleared our path.
And I believe there was a question.
Yes.
Will there be non-lethal weapons?
Yes, yes. We also have melee, which is more of a disabled than you just knocked him in the head. He's probably alive. Maybe, you know, depends. But there will be like, there is already flashbangs, which is sort of a non-lethal tactic, as you can see here. Stun grenade even, sorry, which is a non-lethal way to disable your enemy, but they will regain their consciousness or their awareness in the case of a stun grenade a couple of turns after. So, you know, you can play as you want. So right now we are actually free to move up, are we? No, we're not. We're still not free to move up because this dude can still see Fang if I move up here. But it looks like I'm free to move up with Scarlet now.
Up here?
I'm not actually. See? That dude is gonna see me. Maybe if I crouch. Let's see. There we go. Perfect. We are free to conduct our lives. There you go. So he never sees me, and I will try and just very sneakily go behind him. There we go. He didn't hear us. We're good. We don't have action points to do anything else, but that dude is still moving around. So we really need to be careful with that guy. All right. So Scarlet is here. Boom. Punch this guy. There you go. And by the way, I'm playing this in stealth, but you don't need to. It's absolutely an optional objective. You could go out here guns blazing and kill everyone you want, but I'm just showing off a facade of the game, which is the stealth mechanics, which are they are not only useful to like complete the whole mission, but they allow you to gain knowledge and awareness of the battlefield before you push, you know, completely blind into what could be very well be a trap. So, you know, you can still go out guns blazing if you're super good at it, but you know, some stealth is good.
So that actually answers a question that was asked about if there were optional objectives that we can do to gain some benefits or extra cash.
Exactly, yes. There will be optional objectives for extra cash. There will be external objectives to gain, you know, different loot or something like that, or just gain you more awareness of the map. You know, yeah, basically is the answer. So right now we are actually trying to flank this dude here with Alton, and then we have to deal with this guy. So we need to be careful because he went that way. We don't know where he's gonna come from next, and Indigo is kind of exposed. Like if he starts walking this direction, Indigo is gonna get spotted. Which could be okay, but we don't want to get spotted yet. So what I'm gonna do actually is, I'm now free to move with Fang. So I'm gonna move with Fang down here, maybe here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna
stay out of my way.
I think I'm gonna take cover here. Oh, there's that guy. So there you go. Let's take cover here. Crouch. There you go. So he can't see us because our head. Yeah, we're pretty well covered. Everyone's covered. Alton is also covered there. Indigo is still overlooking the whole place. Let's see what happens. Oh, here we go. There he is. All right. So now Alton can quickly dispatch this dude. Oh, there you go. And now we only have one guy left. Okay, so where is he? He's looking that way. So what we can do here... Let's see, what can we do here? Let's see, so there's a tower up here. I may be able to... Yeah, I can definitely sneak... I can definitely sneak behind him.
Girl on a mission.
There you go. I can just... You know, I'll stay here and sneak behind him. If he goes through, he's not gonna see me because he's... Unless he walks up here and then I'm screwed, but, you know. I'll actually just... Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna set up an interrupt. Like this. So if he goes up the stairs, I'll just interrupt him. And I'll be good. What else? We have Fang here. Let's also try and do a little interrupt trap here. And Indigo is up here, but I think she can move up, move down now. So let's sprint.
Try and fucking stop me.
Because there's no one here, so I'm free to sprint. I will have to pay the extra
I like not getting shot.
AP cost to get my weapon ready, but I think that's worth it in this case. So alright, I think we're flanking him pretty good. Let's see. Ooh, there he goes.
Surprise, motherfucker!
So it looks like he's gonna buy some ramen, maybe some whipto. I don't know, but either way, I'm actually gonna take this shot. Actually, I can do 2 shots. Can I kill him? I may be able to kill him. Let's see. Like that, and boom, easy.
Especially when the prices
Can you collect weapons and ammo
in
to
other
sell
words,
at the market to increase your
there.
money?
Yes, so I will do right now. I will do that right now. So I can do these blue icons. They are loot in the ground, right? I can open up my inventory and just whoop 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 swoop all that up like I'm Katamari Damasu or something like that, and pick all these up. There you go, and that'll do for now. But you can definitely pick up ammo. You do have a weight limit. And you know, but you can still pick up stuff and then sell in the market for, you know, extra cash besides the
and weight limit will increase your movement cost.
Yes, the more weight you carry, the more movement, the more your movement will cost. Yeah, you need to be careful with that. Again, it's one of those choices again. So as Bubble said, we are done here, so let's just pick up everyone and just go over to the exit point over there. Oh, Indigo is outside, and there you go. Mission complete, and we managed to complete it in stealth. And again, feedback, please give us feedback. It's super helpful. We really want to know what you guys think of the game, and this is the best way to do it.
Let me take this opportunity to ask you one more question.
Absolutely.
In this showcase, we just saw Alton get shot. Will the game depict injuries in the form of current mission penalties, dependent on injury severity, like temporary lower marksman stats for the current mission, or lower AP, lower stamina, and so forth?
Yes, absolutely. So I can't get back to the mission now, but yes. So although right now it's not implemented because it's just a demo, we don't want you to run out of characters because we don't have a lot of characters yet. If you get disabled in the mission, you will have to sit down for at least the next mission. You will not be able to select that character again. He's going to be injured. He needs to be in the med bay for a little bit and get healed up. If you get shot in the arm, you definitely lose marksmanship for the duration of that turn, and then you have to heal him back at the base as well. So yes, your characters will suffer damage, battle damage, and it will be persistent between missions, and you need to be careful in managing your mercenary crew where you don't always take the same guy, and you are, although you are leveling him up, you are exposing him to the risk of being disabled very quickly in a mission, or not being as effective because he's been injured along the game. All right, let's skip this feedback form for now and see what Daisy has to say.
Binding performance. The Brotherhood have happily swallowed the Cinder Crusader rules. While they chase shadows, my family and friends are free to conduct their lives unmolested. I have transferred the agreed amount to your account. A humble reward, most definitely deserved.
Alright, so we got the reward from Daisy. We did it in stealth as she asked, so we're all good. And now we seem to have another quest here. As you can see, there's this little arrow, neon arrow pointing over to Gecko here. So let's see what he has to say.
Just the mercenary I wanted to talk to. Have to say, your steel dragons did pretty good on that witness protection case. Nice to know that Mongrel's faith in you isn't misplaced. I need you to save my agent's neck. 6 months it took me to seed this agent into the Brotherhood. You know how long it took her to blow her cover. 6 days. I'd let them turn the into Shoshlik if not for the fact that she knows the 3 other coverts I've planted. 4 agents under the noses of 4 Brotherhood lieutenants. Get all the at once in one swoop. That was the plan. But now the whole operation's up creek. I tried to request an enforcer extraction team, but Director Yoko Konosuke said she couldn't spare anyone. Like the Department of So-Called Peace and Civil Department has better things to do than look after the grunts who do the actual peacekeeping around here. Mongrel has the details, but I better spell this bit out. Those Brotherhood boys will have my agent pumped up on speakeasy juice. Kill everyone within earshot before she cracks. She starts singing while she's still got an audience. Take her out. If just one Brotherhood walks away with her intel, that's 3 more agents and 2 years of work we can flush down the...
So, as you may have heard here, it's a bit of a robotic voice. It's still in a work in progress, and it also doesn't have any animations yet. It's just a work in progress cutscene of our character Gecko there. But actually, we will be updating the demo throughout the week. So, you know, check back and we may have Gecko implemented. And with a good cutscene, maybe. Hopefully. Alright, let's get back to HQ and let's see what we got. So, as you heard him say, we have a mission. We have to rescue an agent. She's pumped up on speakeasy juice, as in she like the truth serum sort of style of drug, and she's gonna start talking. We need to prevent that from happening, and if we can't prevent that from happening, we have to kill her. So let's hope we don't have to. But all right, let's get equipped and let's get moving. So I didn't really spend too many things last mission, so I think I'm pretty good. I don't even need to level up. You guys could level up if you want, but yeah, let's just go into the mission really. Oh no. Oh, I just remembered the mods. All right, so let me show the modification system. First, I need a weapon that has modification. So let's upgrade Fang here to a weapon that has a couple of mods. So like this one. So this shotgun here. So if I equip this shotgun, you can actually see down here it says modify weapon. You hit that, and one thing that you can do is change the magazine that it has, or the shells in this case. I could go into the market and buy slugs instead of buckshot if I want, but also I have this optic slot, and I can go into the market for that and get myself a reflex sight. And as you can see, it's got like the weapon here. If I equip it, there you go. Now you have a reflex sight on your weapon, and for some reason his hands also move. Look at that. Oh, that's okay. Other weapons will have other slots. You have weapons with 4 grips. You have the silencers that we've already talked about. You have internal mechanisms of the weapon that you can change, like the trigger guard, or the trigger group, sorry. Or maybe like a stock or a different sight. And yeah, there's going to be a lot of modifications for the weapons to customize them to exactly what you want, what you're looking for.
And also an updated interface for all.
Yes. Currently, again, this is an alpha demo. All the interface and all that, it's all early days. In regards to that, everything will be much easier to navigate and all that. But for now, it's implemented and it's working. So you know, feel free to explore it when you play the demo. If you play the demo, please do. All right. so we're good. We have a good shotgun here, a couple of frag grenade. Yeah, we're good. Let's let me just confirm that I do have something here that I want to this mission. I have breach, and Scarlet has hacking. Yeah, that's good. All right, so I actually just saw a question here. Why isn't the foregrip a mod for this shotgun? So in this particular shotgun does not have a way to mount a grip. Other shotguns will have. This one doesn't, but that's going to be a trade-off. Some weapons will have moddable slots, others will not. Actually, if I have a lot of money, I can probably spend. I can actually show you a little bit more. But like for instance, if I go ahead and buy this K12 here, K12. Modify weapon. As you can see, we got a foregrip here which you can equip. Buy and equip, and we have equip. There we go, and we have a reflex sight there. So as you can see, it's got like the Picatinny rail on the bottom and on the top, so you can do a lot with it. But right now we'll just leave it at that. Again, different weapons, different advantages, different slots. It's all very dynamic. Okay.
Get the agent out of there before she starts singing. You don't reach to her in time, then it's bye fucking birdie. I'm monitoring the comms. I'll let you know of any updates.
Alright, as we just heard Robot Bubbles here say, we got the agent over here 66 meters away, and we have this whole warehouse we need to go through. So let's see what we got. So right off the bat, as you can see, we got a security camera here, and we need to be careful. As you can see, as soon as I cross the line there, I'm gonna get spotted, and security cameras will alert, of course, the enemies inside to our position, and they'll be ready for us when we get in there, and we don't want any of that. We also have this lock door here, and what else we got? We got another door, a couple of stairs here, can go up here, another entrance there. Alright, so we got a lot of ways in, so let's see. Let's just move all the guys in, guys up even. Alright, so security cameras, we got a little bit of the tutorial here, but it's fairly simple how it works. Let me just select one character here, Scarlet. Thank you. So in this case, Scarlet, so if I pick, for instance, Fang here, who's not very tech savvy, if I right click on this camera, you can see that I cannot do anything. Hack disable requires hacking 1, and hacking control requires hacking 2. So disable will simply just disable this camera and not alert any enemies, while control, we actually gain control of this camera, and if any enemies go through its line of sight here, we will be alerted to it. So you gain a good advantage by being able to hack the camera and gaining control over it. So something that I did earlier was give Scarlet the hacking ability, and as you can see, she can do both. So let's actually go ahead and use the control, because we can. Here you go, and there you go. Now no longer do I get the warning icon. I also see this as blue, so any enemy that crosses this, I will see him crossing and gather information that way. So if you have any guys that are leaving this and trying to flank us somehow, you know, we're covered here, so it's great.
So what kind of tools might we have available to us besides guns and grenades? So any disabling or distraction type items?
Absolutely. Distraction devices like sound noise makers, so that you confuse the enemy where you are. You also have multi-tool, which allows you to breach, to hunt lockpick doors. There will be
cut fences.
Yeah, like a fence cutter to cut fences. There will be several types of items that you can use to interact with the environment and the enemies. You know, to do a lot there. You also have explosives to open up, to bust some walls or bust a hole in a wall.
Or even use them as a trap.
Or even use them as a trap. Yeah, you can just plant an explosive, wait for an enemy to come by and trigger it, and there you go. That's one enemy down.
Oh, that's actually the next question. Will there be any timed traps, like a camera that sweeps at different intervals?
Yes. This camera is static right now, but there will be cameras that will sweep around, do a sweep, And yeah, it's gonna be more difficult than this, which was, you know, just walk in and hack it. They weren't very thorough in their security, clearly. You know, they're just a bunch of goons. But yes, further down the line, you will be more challenged to be able to perform these sort of hacks. Alright, so Scarlet just hacked this, so I might as well just have a move up here. Let's have Indigo. Indigo is the sniper, right? So I might as well. This looks like a good sniping spot, so let's actually just... oh, I just saw one enemy through this window here. I'll continue.
Is the only way.
Alright, so we'll stay there. Let's actually get into cover.
I like not getting shot.
Crouch. And now we have Alton and Fang, so let's just have Alton. Because we already know there's an enemy here. Let's actually have Alton there. And I'm actually gonna hold Fang here. And just end my turn here. We'll go back into free mode. And let's plan out our game here. Alright, so we have one enemy there, we know for sure. We don't know who else may be in here. Or any patrols. And I do see a patrol though. It's not? Wait, I just lost it. Where did it go? It escaped. There's a giant mouse here. A rat. I need to be careful. Alright. So, oh, there he is. Look at that. That's one big sucker. Holy moly. That's the biggest danger in Haven right there. Alright. So I'm actually gonna move up with Scarlet here a little bit and I'll get in cover. Wait, what am I doing? No, I'm moving Indigo. That's not what I meant. Stop. Let's move Indigo up there again. Alright, and then this time let's select Scarlet. And
coming through.
Oh, so there's one more guy here. So I'll actually go into cover real quick here and crouch because I don't want him to see me. So we have Alton. Let's take a peek. We have that guy is still there. Let's move up here with Indigo. Let's stand up. And actually I don't have enough points to do. I could lean, but then I won't have enough points to shoot if I want to. Imagine there's like a guy up here. So I'm just gonna hold there a little bit. And I'll actually end the turn.
She'll start talking any minute now. Not a lot of time left, guys. Hurry.
Okay, so it seems like the undercover officer is starting to talk, so we need to hurry and get her. And someone just asked about timed objectives, and this is one of them. We have a limited amount of time to get to her before she starts talking and spilling out the beans on the whole operation that Gecko has set up. So this is what I meant, that the objectives are timed before a reason. They have a purpose to being timed, and there is consequences to not being able to accomplish it on time. And it may not be failed mission, it just may be lowered reward, or you lose an opportunity to gather some extra intel and stuff like that. So we are on the timer, so we don't have time for this. So let's just have Fang bust through this wall, breach this wall or door, and let's get in there and get everyone killed. There you go. So this dude heard me breaching, but I don't even care about that. I'm just gonna shoot him right in the back. There you go. And let's just start the hostilities here. I'll have Scarlet move up here to a good vantage point. See, like that. That looks good. That's good. And Alton is here. So this dude is still alive. And this dude is gonna get alerted next turn for sure. So something that I actually you may notice here is this dude is alerted, obviously, because I shot him twice now. But this dude isn't, because he has not heard the shots. They're far enough away that he hasn't heard the shots. So he's still not alerted. If we actually manage to kill this guy right now, this dude may not see anything happening, because he has like these boxes in front of him. And these as well. But if I leave things be, this dude will definitely come and alert this dude. So they will shout out to each other, like there's enemies here and stuff like that. And you know, it spreads, and you may actually get like a whole bunch of enemies in here that, you know, wouldn't be otherwise if you had been more careful. But since I don't really care about that, I'm on a timer here. I have no time for any of this. I'm just gonna start shooting everyone that I see. So let's actually go for the... let's do it like this. That's a good shot. And I'll go into cover here. I have enough points to crouch. That's good. Let's have Indigo start scouting here. So we go 2 more guys, and they are completely unaware of what's going on back here. And that's how I like it. And I'll actually not shoot with Indigo yet, because she's pretty alone here. So I'll actually move her in here. There's a window here. I'll go ahead and move. And I'll take a crouch here. And just hold and see what happens on this turn. Alright, here we go. So here we go. This dude has moved. I saw him moving. Probably Alton saw him moving there. So there's no way out here. So he's kind of stuck here. Oh. Missed. Oh, so this dude is running. You can see him running. I think Indigo saw him. So he's definitely been alerted now. So, but we don't really have time to question any of that. The undercover cop is waiting for us to rescue her. So let's actually have a look with Indigo here. So those dudes disappeared. So I'll actually take the chance and move up a bit more.
Not getting shot.
Are you looking to add more video and sound settings?
Yes, absolutely. We'll have a whole customizable settings. You'll be able to choose your anti-aliasing, lighting quality, all that. Currently we just have this, I can't even show you. We just have this very low, medium and high, but we will definitely have like a complete graphical settings. It's just for the demo. That's all we got for now. Alright, so I want to shoot this guy. And I'm gonna take Fang as far as he can before he's not able to shoot. So as you can see the little icon there showing up on the cursor. So over here is the last place where he can shoot. It's not a great shot, but let's see what we can do. That wasn't very good, but it may be enough for Scarlet to get back here. Oh, I just spotted another guy. Yeah, this is good. So 2 extra points like that. There you go. We got rid of one. Alright, now Alton. So this dude went back here and he most likely is in cover here and it's probably as an Overwatch trap. Or an interrupt trap here. Which means if I peek out, he's definitely gonna interrupt me. So I don't wanna just peek and get shot in the face. So we're gonna play this smart. And we are actually going to go down and let's go up here, move up a little bit more. Alright, and next turn I can go up here and shoot down at him instead of just peeking here and taking a whole lot of lead to my face. Enemy's turn. Alright, here we go. So nothing seems to have happened that we saw at least. So let's do what I was talking about. Oh, there we go. There he is. Ready to ambush us, but that's not gonna happen, boy. Alright, I'm out of action points here. I'll actually go back down because I'm very exposed here.
Do you want to announce another good news?
Another world premiere?
Coming through.
Sure.
So Al asked, do you have a release date? I know you haven't released, I know you haven't announced a release date yet, but do you have a year in mind?
Alright, so we have not announced the release date as you just mentioned, but we can tell you, and for the first time here, we can tell you that the game will be released 2022. We will have more details very soon, but it's coming and it's coming very soon. Alright, and with that, let's see if we can get rid of this guy. Oh no, we didn't, and we're out of action points. Alright, so now we may be in trouble here. We're definitely gonna get shot, and Fang is pretty far away to do anything. So let's actually have Fang start moving around. Indigo, She has a lot of action points, but she doesn't really see anyone. Maybe... no, I can't really get down here and shoot, because the weapon is very expensive to shoot. It's unfortunate, but it's okay. I'll just set up an interrupt. Actually, let's set an interrupt that way, in case someone tries and moves this way. Move this way, even. Oh, he ran out. Oh no, there he is. Oh.
Well, you're playing with fire.
Ooh, Scarlet is not happy. Scarlet is not happy about that. Oh, look at that, he's really well covered. There you go, Scarlet got him. Alright, Scarlet is pretty damaged here, about half her HP, so you may have to heal her next turn. Meanwhile, let's proceed. We really only have 12 turns left, so gotta hurry. Is that dude?
My big entrance.
So Indigo, let's move up a little bit. Oh, we spotted one enemy. There you go. Oh, he's waiting for us there. Look at that. Sneaky. Alright, let's see. Can we hit him maybe? Oh, right in the neck. That was nasty. You can see. Oh, so I haven't really talked about this. We have a combat log where you can see all the, not only chat, but, or banter even, but also what you hit, who hit you, and you can even click them and see who hit. And like, I crit this mob, if I click him I can see who I hit, or that one with Indigo that I just crit. And you can close it and open it again, and there'll be a few filters, we don't have them yet, but yeah. So that's the plan. So let's move up with Fang here. Let's move up there.
Stay out of my way.
And Alton has a few action points remaining, but there's no really good place to go, so we'll stay like this. Ooh.
This city will not fucking kill me.
Not on my watch, it won't.
So as you can see, there's a bit of banter between both guys here, Indigo and Fang, where Indigo just got shot and she's mad at it because this city is always trying to, you know, get them. But Fang's a sweetie and he really likes Indigo, so on his watch it will not happen. Oh, in the kidney. So 3 HP. Let's see, where do we have line of sight to this guy? Okay, so you have line of sight to him here, as you can see by the white line. So 8 points left, that's good enough to shoot. Let's see, can we get it? Oh, I think so. Maybe? Let's see. It's about a 50-50, I guess. Oh no! That was so close, look at that. Alright, so let's try Fang. I think Fang has a better shot. There we go. Alright, he's down. He's down for the count. And he's sleeping. Alright, that's cool. So, Scarlet still has a few action. Oh, we wanted to heal Scarlet. So, right click her. First aid kit.
That feels nice. Coming through.
There you go. And that's all we got for this turn. 10 turns left. And we still have about halfway to go. I think it was 66 when we started. We're at 33 meters now. So let's continue. So we got a window here and a little storage room here. So let's actually take cover here just to make sure there's no one in here. That seems to be good. Let's have Alton go through this entryway here. And he's pretty much out of action points, so let's just peek around the corner. Oh, I also noticed that he's out of ammo. It's 0 out of 9 here, so I'll just use my remaining action points to reload. Indigo is up here with Scarlet, so let's just let's move Indigo here.
Is the only way.
Oh, one guy, and he's unaware. As you see, we had this whole fight here, but these guys are far enough away that in the middle of this warehouse they weren't really aware that there's a big fight going on. So we'll stand there. So we are pretty much in stealth mode. Oh, we have one guy behind us, flanking us. Look at that. Alright, that we have to deal with him. So I'll actually leave Scarlet back here. Let's ever go down there. at that sneaky guy. He's getting ready to flank us. No, no, no. Not on my watch. Alright, so here we go. So we have this super open space now, and this is gonna be tricky. We have a good bird's eye view of things up here, so I may bring Indigo, try and bring Indigo up here, while I advance with probably Alton and Scarlet through this way. And Fang, since he has a very close range weapon, I'll try and stay more covered. And this seems to be like the path that has the most covers and the closest range. So I think that's the best path for Fang. So let's try that. We are out of action points now, so let's move on to the enemy's turn. Alright, so let's see, is that guy moving forward? No, so we actually have to go to him. He's probably waiting for a good chance. Oh, I don't see him still, so where did he go?
Staying low.
No, I don't see him. He may be trying to flank us. Alright, we'll see. We'll keep Scarlet back there. Let's alright, let's move up with these guys. Let's see, where do I want to go? This is a good cover, but this is also a good cover. I think I'm actually gonna go. Oh, here we go, more guys. So we just saw this dude and this dude, and we're still undetected. So let's try and make the most out of it. Try and remain undetected as long as possible so that we can get into position before the fight starts.
Yeah, in a different mission you would be in free mode already.
Yes, in a different, because we are a timed mission. You do not go into free mode right now. So you have a number of turns. Yeah, so let's just keep moving.
Shielding my ugly mug.
Let's open this door. Hope no one notices, and let's actually get an interrupt going here, in case someone enters that door. And I think I can do the same with Indigo. Yeah, it's not the greatest interrupt, but if someone comes through here, I am able to shoot him. And I've seen this guy earlier, so I need to be careful. I know there's a dude in here. So actually, this is very dangerous for Indigo, and I'm going to reposition her right away. If this dude is alerted, he can just come through this door, and I'm extremely exposed to him. So I'm actually going to go right away up here. I'm going to get spotted, but I think it's worth it, because otherwise this could be a very dangerous situation. Alright, as you saw, all of them had the exclamation points in their heads, and I mean, there you go. So we are, this question mark means that they are suspicious. Indigo was far enough away that they don't really know what's going on. Something is suspicious, and they will go investigate next turn, on their turn, and discover what's going on. So I'll set up an interrupt that way, and we are pretty much out of action points here, so let's move. Oh, and there we go, we got completely spotted.
Surprise, motherfucker!
And this was actually a very successful interrupt by Fang here. This guy is running around, and now he's damaged. Alright, we have a very long range battle here. And Fang has a shotgun, so as you saw, I just did 9 damage to that guy.
Oh, fuck off!
Since it's so far away for a shotgun, it's not good enough. And they have a sniper, so we definitely need to be covered. I may actually try and get that sniper with Indigo from up here. Alright, it's our turn. So Alton is still... So one thing, by the way, to know about Project Haven is these guys are all alerted, right? But they don't necessarily know the position of your mercenaries. None of them has seen Alton yet, because this dude that was here just ran out. So Alton is completely stealth still, and enemies are unaware of him. So I cannot.
Preparing for my big entrance.
Exactly, he's gonna make a big entrance, and we still have this dude back here, so I need to deal with him. And he actually ran away. So he may be flanking us. I'm not sure where he went, but we need to be careful with that. But as I was saying, Alton is still completely hidden from the enemies. So we can go around and try and flank all these guys. Just like we see these ghosts, the enemy also have the knowledge of your own ghosts, your mercenary ghosts. So if you hide yourself and you get out of line of sight, they will just have your last position. They will not track you down magically. The AI is not cheating, as a lot of people say. So you can use that to that advantage. So right now, if I moved Fang and I tried and flanked around, this dude will only know that Fang was here, not that he's going around. So something to keep in mind to try and take advantage of. And I will also try and take advantage of this porch here, but I just got interrupted by this dude who's actually close to something that looks remarkably dangerous. Let's see what we can do here. Can we hit that? No, we barely missed. Look at that, he went below the canister. All right, that was unlucky. We still have Fang here, so let's see. I think I hit. Yeah, I definitely hit the witness. I'm sorry. I know you're already beat up, but I'm sorry. So as you saw, I shot at this guy with Fang. I was aiming at him. I wasn't seeing the agent here. As you see, the agent is back there, but I wasn't really paying attention. And as you can see, the reticle is big enough to cover the agent. So one of my shots of the shotgun went through and hit her, and I hit 2 damage. Fang hit undercover agent for 2. So that was very badly played on my part. I wasn't paying attention. But it's something that can definitely happen. You can use to your advantage. If there's 2 enemies that are close by, try and shoot them both with a single shot. Maximize your chances. All right, we're completely out of action points here, so let's just
Oh, fuck off!
So we are pretty much pinned down here. See what the AI does. Ooh, that was a bad shot on Fang. He's getting real hurt. And as you see...
Okay, looks like I need a hand.
Oh no, Indigo is down. I got crit for hit for 37. This is not good, guys. Alright, so right now we are in bad shape. Indigo is down here. There's no one close by. Fang is the closest. As you can see, Fang only has 6 action points, and that's because if you see in the action log here, Fang was hit for 4 and lost 1 AP, and was hit for 26 and lost 6 AP. So the enemies, just like you they can suppress you and hit you and make you lose action points. So in your turn, you can do less. So even if you don't hit, if you just suppress an enemy, it's still useful. And same with Indigo here, who's at -1 action points. That is very, very tricky. So I definitely need to move Scarlet up very fast, because she has a med kit also, a frag and a first aid kit. And let's move her up.
There's better ways to get all sweaty.
And we still have Alton, who's no longer sneaky. It seems like they have line of sight towards me here, but I will still push up. So I'll go here because I have enough action points to
just preparing for my big entrance.
Crouch. So we have 7 turns left. Things are taking a turn for the worst, guys. Stay tuned. Even the music is getting tense. Am I gonna be able to do this? Let's find out. Okay, the AI is taking their time. They're thinking.
I hear you, motherfucker! Oh, fuck off!
Fang is still getting shot in the back. That's not good. AI is now, as you see, because the AI was all clustering here because all the enemies, all my mercenaries that they knew about were here. It was Indigo and Fang. But now that they've seen Alton, they are repositioning and getting themselves in good position to not only be covered from these two, but from Alton as well, who's flanking them really bad. So what I'm gonna do here is
preparing for my big entrance.
Set up an interrupt trap over to this guy, because he has to lean out, and even if there's no way he can move out from here, and I won't be able to interrupt him. So that's a good place. Indigo has a few action points, so I'm just gonna scoot over here while she's down, while we bring Scarlet up here. I don't really have enough action points to be covered up there, so I'm gonna hold one more turn.
There's better ways to get all sweaty.
And just crouch behind these barrels here and wait until next turn to heal Indigo. So I may actually try and do something risky here. I'm actually gonna go into cover here. Oh no! Look at that! One guy is right at the door here that we didn't know about. Oh, this is really bad now. I'm actually gonna go back here.
Run, fat boy, run!
And I think that's it, right? I can't do anything else this turn. I'm actually gonna scoot Indigo a little bit over so that Scarlet has space to move up.
Shit. She's starting to talk. We're running out of time. Do something.
Alright, so we are actually running out of time. We have 5 turns left, and I got an interrupt here, as I mentioned. There was no way this dude was gonna be able to interrupt me, or to shoot me before I interrupt him. So let's take a shot. Boom, that was a good shot, and go back into cover, and that's it. That was a good interrupt. So, as Bubbles just said, the undercover agent is starting to talk. We have only 5 turns left, and a new objective has showed up: kill the undercover agent. As Gecko mentioned in the beginning of the mission, if we cannot rescue her, we have to kill her. It's for the best of the enforcer team that is trying to get the Brotherhood taken down. But we still have a few turns left. Let's see what we can do. Let's go up. Let's heal Indigo.
Nurse Scarlet is in.
Alright.
Okay, what did I miss?
Alright, you didn't miss a shot yet, but... Well, you just did. Alright, so we are in a bit of a pickle here. But we have this window. Let's try and maneuver ourselves to gain some advantage here. So I can go up here. Alright, let's see what we can do. So this dude, this is a clear interrupt trap, right? If I peek, the same is gonna happen to me what happened to him, where I'm just gonna get shot and it's gonna hurt. But I do have this handy stun grenade that I can skillfully bounce off that wall. There we go. And you know, there you go. He's stunned. He's out of the game for now, and I can use this turn and wasn't a lot of damage, but it was worth it because I didn't get interrupted and I still got some shots off, and he's gonna be disabled for some time. So let's see. Do you have any shot here? No, I don't, because I don't have enough action points. So let's get into cover here. Fang, as I said, is in a huge pickle here. I can go up there, but it's not smart enough. So let's actually go down here. And actually, there seems to be 2 guys up here, and Fang is equipped with a frag grenade. Can I get it over the edge? Not really, so let's move up a little bit more. There you go, perfect. But, right there.
Frag away!
Perfect, nice. I think we hit these 2. I don't know if I hit that one because he's not line of sight, but I definitely hit that guy. And he's hurting. So I'm gonna move Fang up here. He loses line of sight to that guy, and that's it for our turn. Alright. Very tense situation here, guys. 4 turns left and I have 5 enemies remaining. Can I do this? Or will I have to shoot the undercover officer? Alright, enemy AI is positioning themselves. I still have this guy stunned, so now is a good opportunity to just push forward with Alton.
Just preparing for my big entrance.
And try and do as much damage here as you can. There we go.
Run dry.
1 is down, guys. We may still have a chance. Let's peek. Oh, this guy is 6 HP, 25 and 55. So let's see. Actually, I'm not gonna shoot yet with Indigo. I wanna wait and see who remains. So let's see what we can do with Scarlet from up here. Not a lot. But that explosive there, it's still tempting to me. So I may do it something like this.
No,
yes, I hit it. There you go. Nice. So that wasn't a lot of damage, but that was useful. He's a bit far away from the explosive. So we got some damage out of him. That's good. these two dudes are almost dead. We may still have a shot at completing the mission. Do I have any line of sight? So I have line of sight to that guy from down here. It's a horrible shot. As you can see, Fang has both his arms severely damaged. They are both super red, and his aiming circle is absolutely enormous. It's not going to be extremely useful from down here. So what I may do is actually try and move up. And do I have a better shot? No, I don't even have enough action points. So I'll just hold here, crouch, and I have Indigo to play still, so who do I want to try and hit? I could try and start damaging that guy, but he's very close to the undercover agent. I could have a bad shot here and kill the agent, and I don't want to do that yet. I don't really have a good shot because this pillar is in the way of that guy. So really my only options are that guy that I really only see the head, so that's not a good shot either. Or this dude, but he doesn't really have a lot of health left, so let's just get rid of him. There we go. That was a guaranteed shot. Let's move turns. Oh no, the undercover agent is bleeding, I just noticed. That is even worse. I may kill her without meaning to. We have 3 guys left. 2 have a lot of health left. Well, 1 with a lot of health and 2 have medium health. And alright, and I have 3 turns left. So I don't want to keep Scarlet in here anymore because she has an SMG and that's not a very good weapon. But she has no action points. She's completely out of it. So not much we can do there at all. But we have Alton here. But he's out of ammo. Oh no, everything's going wrong. So let's see, I need a couple of action points to shoot. Let's go up here. Do I have a line of sight? Yes, I do. So here's a good situation where I can try and shoot at both at the same time. Let's see what happens. There you go, I hit both. 14 and 2. Not a lot, but it's getting the job done. Fang. Fang is not in a good position. Let's try and move up. Everyone is getting really tired. As you can see, stamina is down on everyone. And what stamina does, it's how many action points you are going to regenerate, or it controls how many action points you are going to regenerate next turn. Because action points carry over, you need to manage your action points in your stamina to make sure that you keep that stamina up. And stamina is spent by doing actions. Sprinting is one of them that consumes a lot of stamina. Getting shot consumes a lot of stamina as well. So it's something that you have to pay attention to. Alright, so I think my best shot is really at this guy, but I don't want to take it from this side.
So the audience is asking, will flanking them force them to move?
Absolutely. And it just happened earlier, and it may happen now again. These guys were all clustered trying to cover this angle because that's all the enemies that they knew. And when I started flanking with Alton from here, they repositioned, including this guy, we repositioned down here, and I eventually killed him to try and stop the flanking. So these dudes may actually move next turn because they know Alton is here and they have a really good flank at them. But as I was saying, I'm gonna try and, because I don't want to shoot the undercover agent by mistake, because it's a bit inside the reticle of Indigo here. So I'm gonna move over to this side, and I think I should have. There we go. Now the reticle is no longer inside the agent, so this is a better shot. Let's see what we can do. Oh no, we missed by a pixel. Look at that. That was so close. Alright. Very tense. 3 turns left. Let's see. Undercover agent is still bleeding. So as you saw, like, this dude is now covering this angle. If I peek my head with Alton, which I may have to do because things are not looking good here, I will get interrupted. Even though I'm flanking, I'm at a disadvantage here. If I move up, I will instantly get interrupted by this dude who just peeked me here. I don't really have a shot at him at all from down here. So very, very tricky situation with 2 turns left. Let's see, I can't shoot from here with Fang. So let's see what we can do. I have a fairly decent shot. Let's see.
Shit! I'm out!
And he's out. I need to reload him next turn. Scarlet is completely out of it. She doesn't even have action points to do anything.
There's better ways to get all sweaty.
I'm gonna try and kill this guy with Indigo. There we go.
It was you or me.
And Indigo is also out of action points. This is going to be very, very close. So Alton has a lot of action points left, so I'm gonna risk it and try and see if maybe I don't get interrupted by this dude, but it's unlikely. There we go.
Fuck, you made me
Don't expect me
that
to
was a
suffer in
horrible,
silence here,
horrible
guys.
shot, and it was an obvious one. This dude is clearly covering this angle. If I moved up, I was gonna get shot by him, and as you just saw, I took a very bad headshot. But it has to be, I had to because I'm running out of time. And let's see. Oh, look at that!
Nice.
What an amazing shot. So I was shooting at this guy, but my last bullet missed him and actually hit the weapon of that dude. Completely unintended, but amazing at the same time. And that really might save, that really may save us here. Oh, and I got returned the favor. I lost my weapon.
So, Corporal Johnlan is asking, is there a morale panic system?
Yes, we will have a panic system where if your mercs are always getting suppressed, they will enter panic, and that's one of the skills that you can acquire is extra suppression, extra resistance to panic and suppression and all that stuff.
Saving a space just for you.
So we have one turn left, guys. There's no way we can kill these two guys with one turn, right? So I think we're gonna have to do it, and we are going to have to kill the undercover agent after I reload. If I reload, I will not have enough action points. So we're in a bit of a pickle here. Let's see. I can't shoot with Fang or with Alton. Let's see. You have a frag grenade. Can you do anything with it? Not really. It doesn't even reach. So I'm gonna have to do it with Indigo, who's also out of ammo.
Reloading.
Just barely able. Alright, let's see.
Better luck next time, Indigo.
Thanks.
Alright, we may be okay because Fang has a backup weapon that costs a little bit less to shoot and is properly reloaded. Let's see.
You had no choice, guys. Remember
Nice.
that, okay?
Unfortunate, but it had to be. The city will be better off like this. I'm sorry. I'm extremely sorry. But we did what we had to do.
But death is hereditary.
Yes, it is. Alright, so unfortunately we were not unable to recover the agent right at the last turn. We had one enemy left. That was extremely unfortunate. But it is how it is. We still didn't fail the mission. We had to kill her. But now we need to leave the area because there will be more guys arriving soon and we don't want to be here when that happens.
Jogging sucks.
So let's dispatch this last guy.
Cozy.
And yeah.
Careful. You're playing with fire.
Marcus is asking, game will have free save load system?
Absolutely, yes. You will be able to save scum if you wish to. We are not going to stop people from doing it. You know, you're free to do it. You play however you want. However, we will have an option to not basically the Iron Man mode where you only have one save and you can only load that save, and every action that you make auto saves the game. So but you will be able to free save and load if you so wish to. Alright, let's try and get this guy. Okay, that's a good okay shot. Interestingly enough, I'm completely out of ammo on Alton, so I need to pick up some ammo from these guys.
Moving is a good antidote to
So I'll actually go into cover here first because I don't have a lot of action points left. Scarlet Actually, I have a grenade
Ways to get all sweaty.
with Scarlet. Can you push it over the fence? Maybe... I'll try it anyway.
Ooh, this one's got bits in it.
There we go, perfect. Look at that, amazing. And now we have Indigo, which should be able to get the last shot on that guy. There you go, perfect.
Wrong place, wrong time.
Alright. It's enemy's turn. As if you remember, we still have that guy somewhere back here lurking, and he may be trying to flank us, so we want to get out of here real quick. So stand up and start running. And we have our exit right here, conveniently located. I will start moving everyone towards there.
Just preparing for my big entrance.
Stay out of my way.
So one of the questions was, what is the length of the game?
Length of the game.
Sucks.
We are going to have at least 45 missions at game release, this includes side missions and main missions, and we expect the average player to take anywhere between 40 to 80 hours to complete the game. It will depend on your playstyle. Some players like to play it slower. It's a turn-based game, so the difference is going to be massive between players, but that's what we expect the average player to take: 40 to 80 hours to complete the game, with 45 missions available. At least 45 missions available at release. So here I am. I'm just extracting my team now. We have finished our mission here with an unfortunate casualty of the undercover. Oh, that's not creepy at all. No, sir. Nightmare material, yeah. Alright, here we go. So, just waiting for that enemy that was probably flanking us right now.
I'm hurt.
Scarlet is hurt, but that's okay. We're just about to leave, so. There we go. And Fang. Cannot quite reach it. I can sprint. Still can't quite reach it, but that's okay. Charge. Charge to the exit! And there we go.
How many times do we have to win before
mission complete? Unfortunately, we weren't able to save the agents, but we still completed mission. And here we go. We are done. And there's Gecko. And that's it, guys. This has been a playthrough of the demo missions available right now on Steam. You can download it and play it during Steam Summerfest. Please give us your feedback. We are on Discord, on the Steam discussion boards. You can also use the in-game feedback form. Any way that you can present feedbacks, it would be much appreciated. We hope you have enjoyed this playthrough. Remember, besides the campaign, there's also the skirmish mode where you can play in procedurally generated levels against AI or in co-op. As you can see, you can actually play with a lot of your friends here. You can use the Steam invite feature if you'd like, but you can play in co-op or PvP against friends, against AI. Procedurally generated levels if you finish the campaign and you want to play something more. There you go. Alright, guys, that is it for us. Again, thank you very much for tuning in, and we will see you very soon. More news soon, guys. Alright, thank you very much, and talk later.